This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Well, this is our last day in Cabarete in the Dominican Republic here for quite a long time. We're going to be saying goodbye to our apartment here. You guys got a tour of this before, but we got a loft upstairs. Standing in the living room now. It's kind of bittersweet, to be completely honest. This is one of those places when we leave we're really sad. And to just top it off today, we're in the middle of packing. I'll show you. All right, how's it going in here?
This is the part where I get really stressed out. Like normally packing when we're traveling is really easy because we just have what we have and it all goes in the bag and you pack it up and you go to the airport. But we've been here for like 8 months, so we've accumulated a lot of extra stuff that's not going to fit in our suitcase. Thankfully, we found a very nice person that we know that is offering to store some stuff for us, but just trying to figure it out. We're not actually packing until tomorrow, our suitcases, so I'm just trying to figure out what maybe won't fit in my suitcase and what I want to leave here and am I going to miss it? Ooh! So I'm on the fence about this hat. I really like this hat. You guys might remember me buying it in Puerto Plata in a video we made with jumping places. But hats like this are really hard to pack. You either have to like wear them on your head when you travel in the airport, and I find that really annoying, or you have to like pack all around it. So what do you think? This comes or does it stay here?
I don't know, I like that hat.
Me too.
But it's gonna become an issue with our carry-on only suitcases.
Yeah, and then we have, we bought some resistance bands. They probably should stay here, right?
We'll leave those.
Yeah.
We got a lot to figure out here. So for some reason, if you're new around here, and this is the first video that you caught us on, I'm Trevor, that's Anna packing. Welcome to the channel, it's Delightful Travelers. If you're not new, thanks for coming back each and every week. Today's gonna be a little bit of a day in the life while we're packing up to leave. So as we go through the video, we're gonna give some hints to where we are going next. We're super excited, especially about the next destination. Well, we're back down to our favorite place here on the beach. It looks like it's gonna be a good last beach day, that's for sure.
For sure, and it's funny, in one of our last videos we were talking about how the weather here usually most of the time is pretty good, and then we just went through a period about 2 weeks where the weather was really temperamental.
Yeah.
A lot of thunder showers. It was really unpredictable and hard to figure out like how to plan your day because we get soaked on a walk. But we're leaving on perfect weather conditions, at least for now.
We always say this, like, this is the hardest place that we ever had to leave. Like we get really sad when it's time to move on, and it is our home, and maybe that's why, or it just feels like such a super special place to us. There's no place like it, and I don't know, it's a little bit of a sad day.
It is, I know, it's hard to explain because I just love our daily life here. It doesn't get old, and I've never felt that way before. Usually I hate having a routine. I like doing something different every single day, but here, walking on the beach every day, waking up here, going to happy hours, having lunch,
it's
like
the best.
All of it, none of it gets old.
I'm sure the other thing you're wondering is, are we going to be back here? Are we gonna come back to Cabarete? Of course we are, you guys. As we said, it is our home. We spend about 8 months a year here, and that is still the plan. We just have some other things we gotta go do first. In the meantime, as it gets warmer in the Northern Hemisphere, we're gonna go back there. But yeah, we absolutely love this place, and we're excited to take you through our very last day here. Can't believe I'm saying those words, our very last day here.
It's funny because like we're doing, everything I do right now is basically like, oh, this is the last beach walk, this is the last blah, 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 whatever. And I'm trying to really take it in and enjoy it, but at the same time, I'm a little bit overwhelmed with feeling sad about it being the last time. So I'm trying to enjoy it and not feel too upset about it, but feeling really, really sad right now.
For everybody that comes here in high season, I think you'll be shocked to see how empty it is here now. I think we touched on this before, but a lot of people say Cabarete is changing, but when you're not here in the high season months, which is only like 2 or 3 months, it is so quiet. We can't believe it. But to put it into perspective, I'm looking at a building that we showed in a previous video about 6 months ago, and wait till you see it now.
It honestly feels like a few weeks ago that we filmed our very first back in Cabarete video. And I can't remember if it was that video where we came here and we were showing like the new construction and stuff that was brand new that we'd never really seen
Can
before.
they even hear you? I don't know.
I know, sorry, there's lots of construction noises here, but it's so funny that this building was like almost nothing when we arrived back in October, and now it's like getting, I'm not gonna say done, but like it's coming along. There's actually there's a pool right there, you can't see it.
Yeah.
It's an infinity pool, and we've seen people swimming in it, so clearly
I think there's like a little waterfall that goes over the sign.
Yeah.
But do you remember how much it is? We can all go splits.
Yeah, let's go splits. We definitely cannot afford to live here. It starts at around 800,000, and I think there's one unit that's well over $1 million. So yeah, if we're like 10 of us get together, maybe we can all live together.
Before we get any further in the video, we just wanted to say a huge thanks to Squarespace, our longtime partner, for being a sponsor once again.
Of course, you guys know by now that Squarespace is a huge part of our lives. Not only did we build our own website using Squarespace, we actually have a website building business that uses Squarespace exclusively.
Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that helps you stand out and succeed online. Get started by choosing one of their professional website templates with designs for every style that can easily be customized. They have dozens of templates to choose from, as well as pre-built layouts.
And did you know that Squarespace has an app for iOS and Android? You can edit your website, manage your online store, and monitor analytics from anywhere. On top of that, the iOS app even provides marketing designs created from your products and brand colors for social media and email marketing.
Are you ready to build your own website? Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/delightfultravelers for 10% off your next purchase of a website or domain name.
And of course, a huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video and supporting creators like us.
All right, back to the walk.
One thing we do love here, and I mentioned it a million times, is doing a daily walk on the beach. It's a regular part of our daily routine. And this is honestly one of the best walking beaches we found anywhere in the world. Today, the tide is like at the perfect level. We love it when it works that way. A lot of people don't realize that tides shift, so it's not like in the morning it's a perfect tide, like it changes every single day. You know that if you grow up around the ocean, but I guess if you didn't, you're not really used to like how tides work. But we love it when it perfectly coordinates with our regular walking time, that the tide's out. You can walk for literally miles, and I think we usually end up spending about at least an hour a day walking on the beach.
Yeah, look at this. Look, as far as you can see this way, there's almost no people. It is just flat and perfect. And then if I turn this way, same thing, kilometers and kilometers of walking.
We obviously get a lot of questions from you guys. One of the regular ones is, what's the best time to come to Cabarete? And I think that depends on a whole lot of things, including your vacation time and all of that stuff. Do you want to escape winter? Of course, if your goal is to escape like January, February, March, that's when it's busiest down here, so you have to be prepared for that. But in my opinion, honestly, I think like April and May, especially after Easter, depending on where it falls, is the best time. Usually the weather is like this. Today, obviously, it is, and we did mention the past couple of weeks have not been good, but that's really not normal for this time of year. Usually it's perfect weather, it's calm. I think the wind is usually pretty good for the kiters. So it's been none of that, basically, but normally April and May is perfect because there's hardly any people here, so you kind of get it to yourself and you usually get good weather.
The other thing is people think you can't swim in Cabarete Beach, and you might see some people out there now. We'll talk about that. So we're currently up by Lifestyles, the Lifestyles building, and it's on like the east end of the beach. And this is the best swimming spot in Cabarete because there's a little cove kind of this way, and it just creates like a barrier so you can swim. That's why you see people there. Usually though, it is a more wavy beach, but even when it's wavy, if you come here, right here, you can usually have a good swim. So we get that asked a lot because a lot of you watch us from Las Terranas, which is known to have, you know, incredible beaches. Some of the best beaches we've ever seen, but Cabarete Beach is pretty special too. Well, next up, we stopped over at our favorite taco place in town called Gorditos. We absolutely love this place. We come for lunch quite often. You can see the tacos here now. They are delicious, and somehow this is the first time we've ever shown this place. Now it was a little quiet there, so we didn't film with the camera. We just got some B-roll. Now we're back at the pool because it's our last pool day here at our place. The problem is it's starting to well, it's starting to rain a little bit, but you know, we got to do it anyway, don't we?
I know, we've been talking about how well the weather's cooperating today. Well, it decided to not be cooperative. At least we got to walk in, but now we're out of the pool and it's starting to rain a little bit. Maybe it won't last and we'll actually get a pool day out of it, but that remains to be seen.
So speaking of pool time, I don't think we're going to get a lot of that in our upcoming travels. We're leaving the beach, as we said. Now you guys are probably wondering, where the heck are we going? Where are we going? Are we going to tell you where we're going? Well, we did reveal all of those plans in our last live video. We thought we'd do it on there just to see what happens, but a lot of the times the live videos don't get pushed out to everyone that watches week to week. So the live videos are fun. We just sit down from our webcam on our Mac and talk to you guys. But we'll tell you right now, when we leave here we're actually going to Santo Domingo, back to the big city. We're super excited about that. We could have a rooftop pool there, I'm not sure. Stay tuned and you guys will find out. Then after that we got some extra exciting plans. We're going to another country. We're gonna keep this one under the secret at the moment. We did reveal it in the live video though, so you can go find out. But we're going to a big city in a country we've been to before and we can't wait. From there though, we're gonna go back to Canada, and that should be no shocker at all. We always go back to Canada in the summer. It's beautiful. We're going back to Nova Scotia, where we're gonna announce a lot of surprises. We have a lot of things happening in our lives. There's some big things that are changing. We got some secrets to show you and just some really exciting news. So that's gonna be a really fun series this year. I know last year we didn't get to put out a lot of Canadian content. I think you're gonna be surprised what's gonna come this year.
It's a little bit later now. We've come over to one of our favorite happy hour places, Ojo. Although they only have happy hour here a couple of days a week. We've got those Dominican Coronas. They got 3 for 2, basically, is the deal that you get here. It's only on Monday and Fridays though, so it's fun to find a beer deal here on the beach because there's lots of happy hours but not many beer.
We joke and call these Dominican Coronas. I mean, people that follow along would kind of get the joke, but if you're new around here, we know they're Mexican Coronas. That's for sure, don't we?
Yes, and we know obviously about Presidente. We drink it all the time.
Yeah, they just have specials. The specials are all on these, so it's just pretty cool.
Yes, but are we hinting at something? We've had some tacos today. We've had Coronas.
I think we've been dropping some hints.
Maybe.
Get this, these Coronas are less than $3 US per beer. Like right here on a beach, I think it's something like $2.75 or something like that. It's absolutely crazy. It's one of the reasons, you know, we love this beach. The happy hours on this beach are untouchable if that's what you're into. If you don't drink alcohol, then no big deal. You can come get a juice. But if you're into like mojitos, anything to do with rum, especially a mojito bar, which is right next door to us, is so affordable, which is why a lot of people come to happy hours. But right now it's back to low season again, and we've been saying this, it's easy to get a chair. And it must be hard for you guys to imagine, especially people that come here in high season. You would know if you come to Ojo, which is where we're at now, or you go to Mojito Bar, it's sometimes hard to get a seat. Like you have to wait, or kind of if they'll let you reserve, if they know you, you can do that. But in low season, I mean, this is where it's at. We can do whatever we want at whatever time we want.
Well, we've been talking a lot about our upcoming travel plans throughout the course of the video, and you guys probably already know one of our biggest plans of the entire year is coming up in September, so only a few months from now really, which is mind-blowing. But we have a group trip to Crete, Greece from September 15th to 21st. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna have to book in the next month or two in order to get on. I think like mid-July is like the final cutoff date for anybody else that's coming. Sadly, somebody just canceled on us, and I feel bad for us. I feel bad for her because I'm sure she was really looking forward to it as well. But it's unfortunate. It took us like below the number that we really wanted to be at for the group trip. So seriously, if you're remotely thinking about doing it, now is the time. We can get you a discount code if you're interested. Just like send us a DM or an email. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, this has not been quite what we had hoped for, what we expected when we initially announced the trip. Hoping for a little bit more, well, I guess the cancellations haven't helped. If that hadn't happened, we'd probably be at a perfect number right now, but we're really not. It's been a lot of anxiety and like waking up at night and worrying about it and all of this stuff. So if you were thinking, well, maybe I'll just go on the next group trip, I'm gonna be honest and say at this point, we're not sure we're gonna do another one. This might be it, and maybe our opinions will change after we go through I'm sure the trip itself is going to be absolutely amazing, so maybe after that we'll be like, of course we'll do another one, but where our minds are right now, we're thinking, this might be it. I don't know, we'll see.
We're not trying at all to sound like we're not excited about this trip. We are beyond excited because we're going to meet a lot of you guys on the other side of the lens. So for anyone watching for the first time and they're like, what is a group trip? We are going to travel with all you guys. We're all going to go together to Crete, Greece. We're going to talk lots about travel, eat amazing food, and just be in the company of others that think the same, basically. Think the same about travel and like-minded people. So we are very, very excited. It just has been a lot of work to try to get this trip all set up and organized. We have a tour guide in Crete, Greece that'll be there when we all arrive. So it's going to be an absolute blast.
I know one of the things we keep talking about in this video is how sad we are. So one of the things about coming down to happy hour saying goodbye to some of our favorite people that we see every day on the beach. You guys might remember Megale from the video like 2 years ago. We bought some Larimar from her.
A lot of people know you.
Yeah.
A lot, huh?
Yes, a lot of people have a lot of customers, especially from Canada.
Yeah.
Can we see your hat?
Yes,
Look, this-
that was a souvenir from some Canadian friends.
I was gonna say,
I really love it.
if you're coming down, if you're here in Cabarete and you want to buy some jewelry,
How do you define like Larimar? It's unique to the island, right?
yeah.
Larimar is a very unique stone that all over the world, I was explaining before, you're gonna get it only in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And you get it only in one place of the Dominican Republic. That name is Barahona. It's
Oh,
in the
okay.
south coast of the
Oh,
island.
okay. I didn't realize it was there.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Okay.
And it's a semi-precious stone, very unique colors,
Yeah.
as you can see.
So nice.
Sometimes it come very deep blue like this, and sometimes come clear blue like this.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, she's, well, you've gotten some stuff from her
I did.
before.
Yeah, I have some like earrings, a necklace, a bracelet. All you know, it's the best thing to get if you're coming. If you want something from the Dominican Republic, to get a stone that's like legitimately from here that you can't get anywhere else. But she's number 36.
Yeah, 36.
Yeah.
Last time I was 27.
Oh.
Now
You
I
have a
changed
new
my
number.
number.
New
36.
number. You're moving up higher. But also your mom's here, Madre.
Yeah, my mom's name is Nereida. She makes braid for the hair. So if you need to braid your hair, you could come to Cabarete and do it with my mother, Nereida.
There you go.
Number
Yeah.
14.
14.
14,
Number
1 4.
14, yeah.
We're gonna miss you.
Yeah,
Both
I'm
of
gonna
you.
miss you too. Yeah.
But we'll be back, right?
We'll be back
for sure.
6 months from now, something like that. We'll be back.
This is how nice she is. We're good friends at this point, but she's giving Anna some earrings. Is it earrings you're
Earrings
getting?
and a pendant.
And a pendant, so you do not have to do this. But she is the best vendor on the beach, just in
These
case you're
beautiful
wondering.
earrings
Yeah, you can see
and
it there.
this beautiful pendant to match together.
Yeah, so I already have earrings that are dangly, so I get some studs. And then that I already have like the necklace, so I can just switch over and see a pendant. That's so sweet.
Thank you so much. Muchas
You're
gracias.
always welcome.
Well, Cabarete is gonna let us go with a little bit of lights at the restaurants and quite a bit of rain. Some dogs around hanging out. There's that dog. There's one. Got another here. They've been playing around for a while. Might have saw some funny stuff, but who knows? But man, we're gonna miss this place.
I know, I'm so sad to leave. Of course, it's sending us out with a little bit of rain. Hopefully it doesn't downpour while we're walking home. That happens once in a while.
It does happen. The camera's not waterproof, so hopefully that does not happen. But we want to thank all you guys for watching all of our videos, but especially the ones here in Cabarete. We consider this place home. We spend about 6 months to 8 months a year here.
And we'll continue to do so.
We'll continue to do so. So we're leaving. It's sad, it's bittersweet, but we know we will be back. We told you guys we got some big plans, going to Santo Domingo and going to another country that I think we really hinted at, so you'll probably
You probably already
guess it, and going back to Canada. But we'll wrap up the video here. If you don't know who we are, it's Trevor and Anna, Delightful Travelers. Hit subscribe, leave us a comment, let us know what you think. We got some packing to do.
We do. I know we have to go home and literally pack our suitcases. Not going to be fun.
That's not going to be fun at all. We just also want to say big thanks to any channel members. A lot of people have been signing up lately. Patreons as well. Thanks for tuning into the live stream. It all helps to support us, but we got a pack. We got the big city to go to,
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
and then a flight.
We got a flight. Yeah, I know. Try not to think about all that stuff too much and try to concentrate on packing our bags. Yeah.
Tonight we're trying to use up the last of our food. This is very typical vacation stuff when you're, well, I say vacation stuff when you live in a place. We're going home to cook. We're gonna call it here, but we cannot wait to get back to Cabarete. I already miss it. Look at this, the last time. Do you feel sad? This is it.
I know, we just spent a lot of time saying goodbye to everybody at Mojitos. We went over to, after we stopped filming, went over to Mojito Bar, one of our favorite places, said goodbye to everybody. Now we're saying, well, I'm not gonna say goodbye to you guys because you're gonna see us next week in Santo Domingo.
You will, guys. So thanks again for tuning in.
All right, guys, that's it.
From Cabarete, not for the very last time, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.